Hello and welcome. The world is witnessing US President Donald Trump's tariff tantrums and his constant flip flop over the matter. With him today stating no more negotiations with India now, while his officials say a full and frank dialogue will continue. The BRICS nations are now consolidating against Trump's tariff tantrums, with, of course, the Chinese envoy now saying that Trump is acting like a bully. You give the bully an inch, he will take a mile. And Brazil's president also speaking to PM Modi. So, will the US India tariff tiff impact the Quad now? Well, to decode this, I'm joined by Dr. Jagvinder Singh Virk, chairman of the India Australia Strategic Alliance. Thank you for your time. For all those wondering what really happens to the Quad now, your first thoughts.
Thank you, first of all, very much for NDTV Digital, and thanks for giving me time for that great opportunity to speak on this issue. Because when we were in the government for 3 terms under Prime Minister Tony Abbott and other leaders, that Quad has been started at those days. So Quad is a very integral part of all this relationship between these countries. Now, what I've heard earlier, the Quad was happening in India, but right now, what I'm hearing, there will be no Quad in India. So it is a big setback for these countries if Quad fall down. So Quad is a very significant thing in these countries. So that's what my first thing. And your title for this show is Trump tantrums. So tantrums when we are young and as a parents, the kids do tantrums. So we understand that the tantrums only in medicine words, tantrum is maximum tantrum is up to 5 minutes. But this is we will not call these tantrums because these are very serious issues concerns. Oh, in a what you got when we say वो एक पंजाबी जी कहावत है तो दही बनाने के लिए हमें 10 घंटे चाहिए होते हैं पर दूध फोड़ने के लिए सिर्फ 2 मिनट चाहिए होते हैं नींबू डालने के लिए तो जो रिलेशनशिप्स बनते हैं इट्स वेरी हार्ड टू मेक दोज रिलेशनशिप्स in years to come it may relationship but you can ruin the relationship and putting a lemon in a milk and it can burst. So this is the issue of relationships. Relationships are very it's a very small word, one word, but in significance is it's a very deep word, relationships. So it takes years and years to grow. If you see Australia India relationships, the first ever visit by our Prime Minister Honorable Narendra Modi ji to Australia in 2014-15, and before that 28 years back, Honorable Rajiv Gandhi went to India, went to Australia. So these are the relationships when you see, and nothing happened in those years. So right now, what I've seen, these tariffs on India, now what your topic on Quad, it is this very serious concerns, and parties are looking into those things right now. The countries are looking into those things.
Absolutely, relationships are fragile, like you said, and they've taken years and years really, to build upon. But now, for all those wondering, look, the Quad, also known as the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, is a strategic forum comprising of Australia, India, Japan, and the United States. Now, it is aimed at promoting a free, open, and inclusive relationship really between the Indo-Pacific region and focusing on maritime security, economic cooperation, and addressing regional challenges. So, with all of this really happening in the backdrop, regional challenges amid the Quad, and the future of the Quad amid Trump's tariff tirade, really, your thoughts?
It is if you see tariff comes later, first the relationship comes on my first point. And if you see every country is battling with the relationship with right now with US, especially my country, Australia, and Labour Anthony Albanese in my opposition party, but still I can say that for last 8 months, once Donald Trump becomes president of US, he has not given a time for our prime minister to meet with him. Same thing happened with Canada earlier. Same thing happened with another countries, and now it happened. It is happening in India as well for those tariffs, right? So relationships are somehow there are every country is struggling with the relationships. And when you say China, China has very bad relationship with the US, but US is not putting those tariffs with China, but US is putting those tariffs with India. 25%, 50%. Maybe tomorrow he will wake up in the morning. Trump will wake up in the morning. No, 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 no. What I'm thinking right now, let's put 100%. Okay, next week, no, no, no. 100% is less. Let's put them 200%. So democracy doesn't work like this. Political leaders doesn't speak like this. It's a very, as I said, it's a very crucial relationships. It should be in indoor things, not be in the public. All the things. So same thing. Today there's a news about Australia as well. Trump is increasing a tariff on our medicines as well on Australia. So every country right now we are going for a tough time. But the world is going through very tough time as economic times. Now these leaders have to sit together to see to resolve those issues, not to create the issues. What Trump is doing, he's creating the issues. And when you're creating the issues, that's fine. People, all the businessmen and the trade, anyway, trade will happen, right? The people will find the way how to do the trade, but it will impact the local economy, local countries. If I give you example, if a normal car hit with an expensive car, both car damages, right? So same thing, if Trump is putting a tariffs on the small country, it can damage, but he it can't damage to India. Our economy is so big. We are India is growing on 7% right now, and it is increasing day by day. So saying some country as a dead economy, India can't say to some African country, your country is dead economy. We can't say these words in the international right now, diasporas. And what Mr. Trump did with Ukraine president sitting in White House, it was neither a good case either. So what I'm saying, I think wisdom prevails to President Trump, and he should come in a solution. He will bring the solution on the table, and then we'll see.
He should bring a solution, you say, but what really are India's options and what really are the options for the rest of the members of the Quad?
No, no. Right now, people are really. Our prime minister was thinking to come to Delhi in first week of September. Right now, what I've seen, I don't think so. I can't see Quad happening here, and I think that, in my view, I think Quad can't be. I spoke to our honorable former Prime Minister Tony Abbott, who started the Quad as well. I think I want you're taking his interview as well in the future. But he's also, these leaders have, as I said earlier, these leaders have struggled so hard to put these things together, right? So when you're destroying these things like this, so then anyone can destroy like this, right? And but making those things are very very hard. Damaging Quad, damaging those things, it's not the right way. And Prime Minister Modi ji said yesterday, I was listening to him. He said, "Look, I will not put my farmers on the radar. I will not put my things. Every country has to see their local people. We can't do some compromise with some country if our countryman is going down." And I think Prime Minister Modi's stand as a diplomatic, as a statesman, I think he took a right stand. He is not speaking anything bad about anybody, but he is looking after his country very well. I give you example of Australia. Petrol, petrol in Australia in 5 years back, it was 1 $1.20. Right now is 2.30. Our petrol is double up. Our electricity prices have gone double. Our Australians are also struggling. But if you see India, 5 years back, your petrol was 88 rupees. Right now, 5 years back, your petrol is 88 rupees. It is a great policy of your country, India. अगर तेल नहीं बढ़ा तो इसका बहुत बड़ा कारण है ना जी. तो जो इंडियन, अगर अगर तेल आपका 150 रुपए लीटर हो जाता या 170 रुपए लीटर हो जाता, इट वाज अ बिग डिजास्टर फॉर इंडिया. So I think what Modi ji did with Russia and get those cheap things and then providing to the public, I think is a great initiative by Honorable Prime Minister Modi.
Absolutely. PM Modi very, very clearly stating there that look, national interest will get first priority. And therefore, then, in the midst of all of this, really, in the changing global order, how can we see India and Australia realign their priorities?
Right now, look, our relationship was very good. Now we have signed the free trade agreement few years back. Now, right now, the trade is $40 billion. It will go to another $60 billion in next 5 to 6 years. That is our target with India, Australia. Queensland Premier is coming to India right now in a couple of weeks. There's a lot of previous delegation. In last year, there's 20 delegations from both the countries. Our relationship is very good with Australia and India. And I want to see further our relationship. We have a million diaspora in Australia right now as Indians who are living there abroad, the great relationship what we have, and without asking from Anthony Albanese, our Prime Minister, every leader, whether is and our leader, our Prime Minister, he wants courts to go ahead. And same with our prime minister, same with the Japanese person. These people wants to go ahead. The only one person doesn't want to go ahead is U.S. president. So if we do these type of things, we are destroying the thing. Then it will take long time. The relationships can't be built in an easy way. Once the relationship breaks, it takes a lot of time to come back. And we have seen in the past, and with a lot of countries, we have seen in the past, and it can happen in the future as well the same way.
Absolutely. Let's hope for solutions. Let's hope for clarity. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and for joining us for this interaction.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.